Hey guys, welcome. I am due for an update, I think. So, my summer was crazy, and that's finally coming to an end. I had a 10-week commitment, and I'm in the 10th week now. So, things are slowed down a little bit. We are still working in like wrap up and celebration is what we're calling this week. And so I just thought I'd give you a little recap of the summer and talk a little bit about what I'm thinking for moving forward. So this summer, if you've been watching for a while, you know a little bit about this, but I haven't talked too much about what we did this summer. But my husband Chandler and I had a summer job, and that was to be chaplains for the interns of the Philadelphia Project. So the Philadelphia Project works with partner churches, homeowners, local charities, and nonprofits, and they have what they call a summer of service every year, and it's run mostly by interns. And so the interns come in and they go through some weeks of training. So we were involved in the training, and then they host like short-term teams. They come in for a week. It's mostly middle schoolers and high schoolers. They come in for a week, and then there's a schedule, and they do different service projects around the city of Philadelphia. So we were there to support the interns in doing that. And that involved also, because then the program is kind of like all hands on deck. So we did from getting breakfast ready all the way till dinner cleanup, and then there was always like a program every evening. And so we were there for most of those as well. So we were seriously occupied from like 6:30 a.m. to like 8:30 p.m. and we were just exhausted. And I had time in the middle of the day where I worked my other job. And Chandler, for the first while, was also working his other job. So it has been absolutely insane. And we are glad that the insanity is over. However, we will definitely be missing the people that we worked with this summer. So that's what we did. And now we have a week of just kind of tying up loose ends and then celebrating together as a team. So we're going to do things like Sight and Sound Theater in Lancaster, and we're going to go tubing down a river. Just fun things like that, just to celebrate the summer. And then after that, we are actually going to be back and forth between Philadelphia and where we lived before coming to Philadelphia. And our son is going into his senior year of high school there, so we're going to be back and forth a lot. And I'm going to be living about 50-50 in both places. And he's with my parents, so it works out well. And so we are taking new jobs, and I am reducing my hours quite a bit at my current job at the school where I just graduated from. All right, so what that means for my no-buy, low-buy. So I guess it's been a while now that you saw that I switched from a no-buy to a low-buy, and that's been going fairly well. The low buy, I didn't really have any rules, but I didn't need rules because I didn't have any time. So I did do some shopping. And it's funny because like I didn't bring all of my clothes to Philadelphia. So I have a bunch of clothes back at my other home. And I think that I felt holes in my wardrobe because of that. And so I ended up filling some of those holes with some new clothes. But I don't feel like I went too overboard. I feel actually pretty good about how I handled that, and I didn't, that I could tell, do stress shopping. It was more so things that I needed, like I said, filling a hole in my wardrobe. So I feel good about that. I probably bought more than I needed, but not in an overabundance. So we're good there. I also felt like it's not like I was turning to shopping to alleviate stress. And that's huge for me, because even going into this summer, when I was feeling stressed out, I still wanted to shop. And that was one of the big insights that I gained in my no-buy time was how I could feel my brain working like, I feel stressed out, let me shop. And just the fact that I have that insight now helps me to not do that anymore. So that was good. I got to the point where I didn't even feel like I needed to overcome that anymore. It's just that behavior is just gone for now. I'm still like, I don't want to let my guard down and think that I'll never do that again, but that awareness is so key in knowing why I shop to help me not shop when I don't need to. So now that I have more time on my hands, I think that I need to set up some rules for the low buy, or some guidelines, I guess I would rather say. And I haven't had time to think about that, but I think we'll get there. Having time to do that, and I think that those will naturally come to me. I may or may not just sit down and brainstorm ideas at some point and then see how that goes. Or it might be just, I'm driving in the car and some things pop into my head, or I might react to things. Like if I have things that trigger me to want to shop, I may react, and then that becomes a new guideline. So we'll see how that develops, but I'm confident that will develop in a short amount of time here. I'm trying to think about the things that I need to include in this video because I didn't take any notes or anything. I'm just trying to give like an update. I also feel like I can get back into the swing of things, as in watching other people's videos and becoming a better supporter of other people again. I think that will feel really good to be able to do that, because I just feel like I've been just keeping afloat just barely, so I can get back into being a good supporter again. Oh yeah, this is one thing I wanted to mention. I feel like I have my makeup shopping under control. For the first time in a very long time, I feel like, okay, what I have is good. I don't want to add to it because I want to be able to enjoy what I have. And if I add any more, I won't even have a chance to use the stuff that I have. And I'm already past that point now, but I'm at the point where my desire to shop for makeup isn't there. So I'm really happy with that. And I think coming up here pretty soon, I'm going to start my Project Pan again and try to work through some of I'm thinking mostly lip products, to get those under control, because I just have so many that I'm working through right now. Like in my purse at any given time, I might have 10 lip products that are super similar to each other. So there's no point in that. I just want to work through a few to trim that down a little bit. And then, but the area of temptation right now for me is clothing and fashion, and change of season is always a trigger for me. I always want to get like spring and fall. Those are the times that I'm like, I want clothes for the upcoming warm weather or cool weather. And I think my strategy to help fight that is going to be that I'm going to get all of my fall clothes together and inventory what I have. Maybe not like literally inventory, write down numbers, but just take a visual inventory of what I have to remind myself that I have so much and I don't need anything more. And really what I'm looking for, and this is what I learned at the end of last year, but still being in the pandemic, I was just shopping and shopping and shopping, and it wasn't that I needed the clothes, it's that I needed an opportunity to wear clothes. So I think that is what I need to remember, is that I don't need fall clothes. I just need the fall weather to get here so then I can wear the fall clothes I already have. So I think that will be good to do that. So that's going to be one big strategy, and I think I might make a video about that. Just gathering up all my fall clothes. I'm going to say viable fall clothes, because there's going to be some that don't fit me right now. There's going to be some that it's like I have that as a filler, like, I'm trying to think of it. Like, I'm going to go get muddy or dirty that I'm going to wear these clothing. Like, that's not the kind of stuff that I worry about. I don't overshop for those things. So that doesn't really serve a purpose in my inventory project, we'll say. yeah, so anyway, I think that will be an upcoming video. I'm also going to do an updated Project Pan, like get probably most likely new products in there, and a low buy guidelines video coming up. So I know I have those three coming up, and I also have some big changes to my travel plans between COVID restrictions, different opportunities that have come up, different needs that have come up. I definitely have different travel plans than when I started this back in December trying to save up for Norway. I still want to get to Norway, and I will. It's just not going to be first on the docket. So I want to make a video about updated travel plans. Yeah. So look forward to those in the next few weeks. I think I've rambled enough. I hope this wasn't too rambly, that it wasn't enjoyable, because I'm just kind of shooting the breeze, and yeah, that's it. I thank you so much for watching. I thank you for those that stuck with me through this crazy time. I just, out of the nature of pre-filming, I had to put in some like videos that were off topic for my channel, and I definitely, my subscribership definitely suffered. I didn't really make any positive gains during that time that I had the pre-filmed videos go up. So that's kind of a bummer to me, but at the same time, what can I do? I gotta do what I gotta do, so I'm not overly concerned about it. But thank you for those that have stuck with me. I really, really appreciate that. And I hope you that just have a fantastic rest of your day and a fantastic close to the summer. I can't believe it's over. Every time I have summers like this, they just go by so, so quickly. All right, you guys. Take care. Bye.